Welcome back to Joe Stunner Boxing. Hope you had a good weekend. Mine's been okay, didn't do much, but had a nice relaxing time. Now we've got the Devin Haney, George Kambosos, or the George Kambosos Devin Haney fight, whichever you prefer. Either way, it's one that none of us should miss, and it's coming up very, very soon. I think it's the 5th, is it the 5th of June, and it's at the Marvel Stadium in Australia. I've never been to Australia, never been to the Marvel Stadium, but we're talking, I think it's 50 or 60,000 people there. And it's the big homecoming for Kambosos, who went to America last year, scored that stunning win over Teofimo Lopez. I didn't expect it. I think it was the best win by anyone last year. I thought his game plan was fantastic. I think he fought like a true warrior. Lopez was clearly underprepared. They didn't take Kambosos seriously. And off the back of beating Lomachenko, he lost his titles. And colossal credit to George Kambosos for that achievement. Going to America, that was just a fantastic thing to do. He went there. No one gave him a hope in hell. He was relaxed, confident, focused, and he behaved like a total professional and pulled off a truly great win. But we now have someone who's kind of rivaling that level of ambition, because I don't think Devin Haney has received enough kudos for his attitude in getting this fight made, because Haney is going to Australia, Kambosos' backyard, big stadium fight. This kid's only 23 years old. The contract is really, well, everything is weighted in Kambosos' favour. By the way, this is not an anti-George Kambosos video. Please don't think that. I'm just giving kudos to Devin Haney, whose willingness to accept any stipulation in the contract just to make this fight deserves massive credit as far as I'm concerned, because it's a multi-bout package. It was made with Lou DiBella, who promotes Kambosos, and Top Rank. Haney, as you probably know, left Matchroom, signed with Top Rank just to make the fight. It's actually a deal where if Haney wins, there's actually a rematch clause. And then I think if he wins again, he's got Lomachenko. Now this kid's 23 and he's agreeing to all these contractual points without so much as a whimper. And some people in the modern world, the modern boxing business, would say, well, he's been a bit stupid because he's basically given up everything. But he's not negotiating himself a good enough deal, because he does hold a belt. He does hold that WBC belt, and you can argue the validity of it. To me, Kambosos is the true lightweight champion. I don't really care about Haney's belt, but he is a good undefeated fighter. 27 wins, no defeats, 15 knockouts. Kambosos 20 wins and 10 KOs. And he's given Kambosos and Kambosos' team everything that they want just to make the fight. And I think Haney, on the contrary, I wouldn't say it's a foolish thing to do. I think it's actually a very, very courageous thing to do. And sometimes you have to, if you believe in yourself, you believe what you can do, you've got to just gamble. I mean, I remember Evander Holyfield, before he fought Mike Tyson, fought Bobby Ches and looked absolutely terrible. And I think Ches quit, if memory serves, after about 5 rounds. But Holyfield, he quit on his stool because he had a bad back or something. But Jesus Christ, I mean, that was probably the worst performance from Holyfield, before he got into his 40s and was still fighting. And then, of course, the next fight, he stopped Mike Tyson and dished out only the 2nd defeat of Tyson's career at the time. So, but he was taking the short end of the stick. He was just giving Tyson whatever he wanted. I don't think there was much money involved for Holyfield, but he gambled. And that's just one example. I mean, you can pick out loads of examples, of fighters who, Marvin Hagler coming to fight Alan Minter in England and chopping him up, and then getting bottled, by all those racists and thugs and cowards. The great Marvin Hagler. He came to England to win his title. I'm sure you could think of more examples of this. But yeah, I think Haney deserves a tremendous amount of credit. I think this is a fantastic fight. I think if anything close, it's probably going to go to Kambosos. Having said that, we recently had Bivol beating Canelo, close decisions, and if you dissect the cards, I think the fix may have been in those first 4 rounds unanimously given to Canelo. That was just ridiculous scoring. It can only be, I'm sorry, I don't even think it's incompetence. I think it's corruption. I think they were trying to manipulate the scorecards to give it to Canelo, but Canelo couldn't pull the trigger, and Bivol did so much, especially in the last third of the fight. And he got the decision, and I was surprised. I didn't think he'd get a decision against Canelo. I just didn't think so. Can Haney do the same in the Marvel Stadium against Kambosos? You never know. If he wins convincingly, yes. But if it's close, surely it's going to go to Kambosos. But again, you know, big up both these fighters. They're both true warriors. Massive respect for both of them. But credit to Devin Haney for giving the Kambosos team whatever they want, for signing a very, very good, you know, very tough contract. 2 fights against Kambosos and 1 against Lomachenko. I mean, that's a hell of a little trio. And the kid's only 23, but he wants to be great. So he dares to be great. He dares to take on challenges. I can't knock that. Could never ever knock that. So what do you think? Leave your comments below. Do you think Haney's got a chance of getting the verdict in Australia? Do you think he'll win? Do you think Kambosos will win? I'll probably do a prediction video later on. Yeah, great fight. If you're from Australia, what's it like over there? Are they really G'd up for the fight? Yeah, big stadium fight. Let us know. Leave your comments below. Thank you, as always, for your time, for listening to this video. Please, if you're new, subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate that. And, you know, like the video. It all helps the channel if you hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. Much love to all of you. We'll speak again sometime. Meanwhile, as always, take care of yourselves. Bye for now.